about ready to get started.
Jetzt fängt die Stadt erst an. Ich dachte, das war schon.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
Vielleicht hierhin unterwegs ist gut gesagt, ja.
Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. If their experiments are affecting Adirian interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests. Barter for peace, prepare for war. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Komischer Haufen. 25% mehr Schaden da. Das ist doch eine Hausnummer. Hey, hallo, macht die Leute doch. Mädchen, wegpacken. Einstecken. So. Kann ich alles selber machen. Seid ihr denn Rennhühner oder? Lass mich gewinnen, sonst kommt's den. Lass mich gewinnen, sonst kommt's den Top. Party-Notiz.
Giatta, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
Hier schreiben sie.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Hallo? Achso, nee, Gouverneur. Nicht
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us.
Hat's recht.
Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Nein, ich tu bloß so. Mann, ey.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I thank you not to involve yourself in a private discussion.
Ich nicht in.
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure she didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
Deshalb bin ich hier, jawohl.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
Ja.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
My duty.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa. You're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Ne, die macht vernünftigen Eindruck. Habe ich zuerst mal meine Zweifel gehabt, ob man das...
I'll find us another bedroll.
Aber mit denen scheint man ja vernünftig reden zu können. Dann würde ich sagen, dann scheißen wir mal auf den Gouverneur, hä? Seinen Willen und so weiter und so weiter. Und der sah genauso aus wie der. Ist das ein Bruder oder was? Wo gehen wir überhaupt hin? Der ist mir jetzt nicht mehr sympathisch. Naja. Danke. Ach, lass mal hinsetzen, ey. Geht gar nicht. So, lass mal die Bücher angucken. Ja. Oh. A und X-Taste. So, tschüss, Gouverneur. Tschüss. Jetzt zu meiner Freundin. So.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amica.
Ach, die Krallen, da war doch was. Die brauche ich doch zum Aufwerten, glaube ich, wenn ich richtig gut habe oder richtig in Erinnerung habe. Das ist ja cool.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amica.
Na du. Jawohl, am Fenster handeln ist auch nicht schlecht. So wie in so einem Kiosk,
I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop.
Wo
Are
hab ich
you in
die?
need of any weapons or armor? The
Ja.
roads haven't been safe as of late.
So, umschalten. Ja. Ich brauche ja. Eigentlich muss ich die entzaubern, da habe ich mehr von, ne? Ja. Lass mal gucken, ob der...
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment,
Ach,
amica.
X. Oh, X.
Welcome back.
Nein, nicht schon wieder.
Care to take a look around?
Ja, Luki, mich mal da deine Angebot. Zeig mir dein Angebot, dann kann ich dir meine Nachfrage zeigen. Aha. Ich will mal gucken, wegen so. Wegen so ist gut gesagt, oder? Schmuckstücke. Hat er nicht. Gut, nee, dann will wir nicht.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amica.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Ja,
Giatta,
Eierarsch,
some
ne? So
manners,
ein
if you
Eierarsch.
please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Ja, der ist wie die...
What does he know? He
Wie
isn't
die-
even an animancer.
You did challenge his
Wie die
authority.
Chefin von dem
I know,
Paladin
but
da, die komische mit ihrer komischen Rüstung vorhin.
without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Mein Werkzeug, die Werkstatt, alles weg.
Most of us would be better off without tyrannical bureaucrats. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The dream scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Oh.
A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the dream scourge.
Oh,
But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
also muss die
Anyway, listen to us
Traumgeißel
babble. Let's
Traumgeißel
talk
vorher
about
weg
you.
sein.
I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giatta?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me.
Ich habe so irgendwie die Ahnung, dass das
Bei-
gar nicht mal so schlecht für mich sein könnte, wenn die da Experimente machen. Irgendwie habe ich so, also mein Schaden wird es nicht sein, glaube ich.
No, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Messiverno.
So ein Quatsch. Das ist ja,
You may not see it from this vantage, my dear, but you have outgrown these walls. I always knew this day would come, just as I knew how much it would pain you. Please, just leave. That's all I ask.
Tja,
Quilici, I will make you proud.
Quilici.
I promise.
Once again, you missed the point. You have made me proud, Giatta.
Thank you. I'm ready. Well, not ready. We have a few loose ends to tie up first. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Gut. Tut mir leid, tut mir so leid.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Wer hätte das gedacht? Und guck mal hier. So. Okay.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the
Easy.
pub. We're already.
Achso, das war ja das Pärchen da. C ist das Pärchen. Gut, meine Lieben, wir machen erstmal einen Break. Dankeschön bis hierhin für euer Interesse. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Video.